International. We're so glad that you could join us on today's edition of the program. Yesterday, we talked about toxicity, and today we're looking at one of the threats as regards to relationship, that is cheating. When men cheat, what happens when men cheat? You like to hear all about what happens when men cheat, and we also want you to participate on this show by just chatting us up on our WhatsApp line that will later be displayed on the screen. My name is Joyce Jakada. I'm not doing this alone. A lot of people, some people are seated here ready to give their perspective on when men cheat. What happens? Engineer Tony J. Nakali is seated here.
I'm busy, please.
Okay. Jamima.
Good morning.
Busy or set?
Set.
Okay. Sambo Solomon Sabi. Hi.
I was ready
you
since last week.
You were ready since last week. Okay. You know, when are you sure it's not since last year? Wednesdays
Before the topic was born.
Wednesdays we talk about relationship, and the topic or relationship is something that everybody is interested in because we relate as humans. But this is particularly love relationship. We're going to be focusing on love relationship. So there are a lot of cliches out there. Oh, men are polygamous in nature. Oh, it's a man's world. He's entitled to whatever he wants to do. When he cheats and so what? The woman, you don't have any right to react or do the same. If you try it, your loads are being thrown out for you to pack out. So, but when men do this, because it looks like they do it and they find their way out of that, they get away with it. Nothing happens. Like, I can do it, the man's world and all of that. But what happens? What exactly happens when men cheat? But I would like people to understand this cheating. Any action or behaviors that you do, that's whether it's emotionally, sexually, intimate with another person other than your partner, it is actually cheating. And cheating is not just sexual, because when you talk about relationship cheating, or you say when men cheat, everybody's mind goes to having sex outside of your partner. But it transcends physically. It's also emotionally and otherwise, which I believe people find out later on the show. So, what happens when men cheat?
First of all, I would say
Somebody is really busy on this show. Somebody is really busy on this show.
I'm browsing.
Oh, wow.
I'm browsing my answers.
You know, when you don't have experience,
Yeah,
you have to look for
I'm browsing
You have
my
to source
answers.
for information. You have to interview people online. What do you think? I need your take.
check the latest.
You
Okay,
have to
I would
visit
say
your
that
hotline.
cheating is a mindset. Cheating is the decision. So you decide if you want. Forget about you saw something
They said it's a
that
mistake now.
attracted
It's a
you.
mistake.
Some call it social accident. Forget about you saw something that attracted you and then you went for it. You have a brain. You have a mind that processes things. So for me, I feel it is a decision. And a lot of people that cheat, probably they are deprived of something, or they are not getting enough of something. So they are going to get.
Like, I really want to be clear about this something. They are deprived of what exactly?
Okay, well, probably sexual satisfaction. They are either deprived of it, or they are not getting enough of it. So they want to go out and get more of that. Like, you know, when they say there are many fishes in the river, you can go and get any and all of that.
But I thought
So they
it's the
want
same
to-
person that said, forsaking every other.
Forsaking all others.
So why would you decide that, okay, you're not satisfied, you want to go and get it outside? I thought you agreed
you
to
know
stay with
how
one
you're
person.
interested in something you don't have. You've gotten what you wanted. So now the whole familiarity and discontentment is coming in. See finish. All of that is coming in. So you want to go out and get something else that is not yours and you're interested in. So probably you're not getting enough of something, and then you are going out to get that. And a lot of times I feel selfishness You're self-centered. You're not thinking of the other person. When two of you are in a team, you look out for each other. But when one is not thinking of the other, then there is a problem. You are selfish. You want to go and get more. You want to get more of attention. You want to get more of sex. You want to get more of the dates, like dating. You want to get more of romance. You just want variety. Variety, they say, is a spice of life. So you just want to get other things to spice up your own life. That is being self-centered. You're not thinking of the other person. You're not thinking of another person. Okay, what would this person feel? How would he feel? That's when the emotional cheating comes in. You're not thinking of the next person. And immaturity. A lot of people they are not matured. That's why they say age is just a number. They are not matured at all. You can see someone that is big and looks responsible and all of that, but upstairs that person is not matured at all. So you cannot look at. That's why they say there are a lot of children that are into marriages and they are not what's the word? They are not meeting they are not doing things up to the standard that is required of them. So that goes a long way to show that there are a lot of people that are immature. They are not willing to do what marriage entails of them. They are not willing to do whatever it is that they need to do. They just went in probably because people were doing it and they feel they should do it, or probably they want to prove a point to another person that, see, I have got to marry just like you, and all of that. So all of these things bring up all of this cheating. When it's not time for you to do something and you do that, you find yourself cheating because you want to find a way out. Yes.
I think Jemima should, before the end of this show, she'll have the title of a relationship therapist and a counselor because she has already told us reasons why men cheat. I've had selfishness. I've had like unsatisfaction when you're not getting enough of what you want, greed, and all of that. There are a lot of research coming from there. But let's hear from someone that said he has been prepared even before the day, even before the topic was burnt.
But the question, you say, what happened?
No, let's begin with the why.
Why? Why?
Just tell us about men cheating.
Okay. Well, if you talk about cheating, there is intentional cheating, and then there is the one that is out of ignorance. And then thank God, because you establish the fact that cheating, when you talk about cheating, is not just about sex. In our contemporary world, what is being painted out there is that when you talk about cheating, the first thing that comes to someone's mind is that the person, he or she, is sleeping around. It is good to know that when you engage in some emotional activities, even without intercourse, without the consent of your partner, is cheating. So it both ways. So if you say man, I will just take it from the context of white people, not man as in man. Yes, because we are all culprits.
Men
Well-
supporting men. United.
United we stand. The bro code.
United Men Club.
Bringing the bro code. Don't spill out.
Cheating, is violating what you people agree without the consent of the other.
It's a universal phenomenon.
It's a universal phenomenon. That's just it.
And all men are culprits. I'm asking
Like
the question.
men,
All men.
men as in men and women. You understand? Because you find a lady in a conversation with a guy that she's not in a relationship with, and then once she finish, she deletes. She deletes the conversation. You understand why? Can you be proud and show that your partner, that your guy, that conversation between you and that your guy?
Can you put the chat on the billboard at
Can
your
you put the
junction?
yes at the at your junction? If you can, that means it's not cheating. He
It's
knows
personal.
about
It's
it.
personal, man. It's
It's-
personal.
It's personal.
Yes, it's personal.
Wow. Well, me, I don't see it that way.
Well, that's not me
y-
talking. You
y-
or
yeah.
somebody's.
Okay,
else.
somebody's saying
it's
it's
personal.
personal.
It's personal.
Okay, yes, you
Is that
can
how
see
I
it
sound?
as personal. It will interest you to know that's cheating. Yes. And then for people that go out for sexual satisfaction out there. You can say some is being birthed by um, issues, family issues, lack of understanding, that you find a disconnect emotionally. There's one thing with men. If man is deeply wounded, it is difficult for him, for a woman to get his emotion attached to her.
Wounded
It
by
get
her?
by her, of course. He can't just transfer his wound somewhere and bring it. We are talking, that's level. That's a high level.
When they're in the why? This topic should last. This topic should last week long. Like till Monday, then we talk about something different.
You cannot transfer the wound for someone. It has to be she has to be the wounder. She has to be the
She
wounder.
has to be responsible for
She
her
has to be
actions.
responsible
No,
for
because
the action.
she wounded you. She
Yeah.
has to face the consequences.
Yes.
Consequences.
The consequences.
The consequence is not cheating on her.
That's what I'm trying to establish. I said the reason why some. You understand? So get it right. The reason, because you hear men out there, they will tell you.
Naturally, when you talk cheating,
Yeah.
they rub it on men.
Yes.
So even when
Yes.
we are talking, we sound
There's a
guilty
way.
already. You understand? It's like we are trying to defend who we are not. But if you look at it scripturally, so are you done with your point? No, just land. Then I'll come back. Go
Okay.
ahead.
So you find out that there is this emotional disconnect, and I believe men that are out there that are deeply wounded by people supposedly to be their spouse, people they trust, they put everything in them, thinking they will defend whatever that comes from them, and end up to be the people that are starving them, making them to look very irresponsible, making them to look very stupid, making them to look all the negative that you can think, and you are living in the same room. So definitely you can't find this person's emotions anywhere close to that house. So automatically the man is rendered vulnerable. It's not all that are being wounded that way that are out there that go out to look for either sexual satisfaction out there. Some, they go out for emotional satisfaction. Yes, because that's when you find out the person giving someone attention. And God help the person understand and reason with his pain coming from a woman like her, and she's beginning to sympathize with the man. Believe me, it takes the grace of God. Before you know it, his emotions will quickly attach to that person.
But is that cheating?
It's cheating.
Okay.
It's cheating. It's cheating. And there are some that naturally is in them. Anything rapper, anything skirt, they just want to test. They are official testers, arranged and designed by the devil. Because what they believe is that there is something in them. Maybe they feel they are skillful when it comes to manipulating their way, when it comes to talking, when it comes to arranging words, because they know women are easily being carried away by what they hear. So these people, they try their skill. Always they try to upgrade to see whether they are still in form, just like players. If you are not in form, you will go to the bench until you are form. Then they will put you they will put you on the field for you to play. So they always test to see whether they are still in form. So that's why they will always try different women to see whether they are still in form, just to satisfy their own ego.
I
their
think it's
own
also,
whatever.
you can liken that to lack of self-control. Like, you don't have control over what is in between your
Yeah,
legs, and
if
that is
you are
why,
to just
that
summarize-
is what is controlling you
Yes,
instead.
if you are to summarize, you will just say
I-
lack of control.
I often heard people say, even if you wear a skirt for a tree, certain men will go after the tree.
That's
So
lack of
That's the lack of
self-control. So it means you don't control what you have in between your legs. It is what you have in between your legs that controls you. And that is why you hear of stories of men that sleep with even mad women. Like, or girls that have some psychological problems like that. They can't even identify. You just go and sleep with them.
Some is lack of control. Some is for ritual purposes. Yeah.
So are you
Yeah.
done with your research?
What a question.
You've been busy, so
Yes, I've been trying to keep people up, remind them. It's a very important topic. So I've been trying to share links now that we are on air. I've been trying to share links for people to be able to get the show live and catch us up so that we can talk. Believe me, it's busting on a particular WhatsApp group. Everybody is talking about it, you know. But let me read something. But before I read something, let me put out a question. Is there a man living on earth, dead or alive, that has not cheated on his wife? Leave women out. Is there?
I was about to turn to see them raise their hands.
We are not in church. There's nobody. Except if you want to ask Martha men's question. Oh, skippers, right here.
Yeah.
Right here, right here. Like, is there a man in his life that has not cheated? Is a question. Yes, no, yes, no. So every man has cheated. Is there a man that has not cheated?
No man.
Is there a man that has not cheated?
Yes, there are men that have not cheated.
What are their names?
I don't know their names, but I know there are men that are out there that.
But don't think you've preserved your virtue simply by staying out of bed. Your heart can be corrupted by lust even quicker than your eyes.
True.
Matthew chapter 5. Do you need the verse?
No, you know.
Oh, you know the verse. You know the verse. In scripture. It's Matthew 5:28. In fact, I chose this translation so that people have not heard really this translation before. But let me read the translation that is very common amongst people. But I say to you that everyone who so much as look as a woman at a woman with evil desires for her has already committed what? Adultery. Maybe let me read the. But I say unto you, King James, that was amplified, King James. But I say unto you that whosoever looketh on a woman to lust after her had committed adultery with her already, where? In his heart. New Living. Let me even go to NIV, the one that every no. Please, the one that every leave it there. But I tell you that everyone who looks at a woman lustfully has already committed adultery with her in his heart. So who has not cheated? In the best sense of the word, this is saying technically, if you look at a woman lustfully, what is lustfully? Let's look at that first.
Okay. For me, quoting from that verse now.
No, let's leave the verse.
Okay,
But what is lustfully?
Okay.
Yes.
When you fantasize, looking and fantasizing.
Say it in English.
Looking and daydreaming. Looking and imagining. That's the lustfully for me.
Okay.
Because
Looking and
it's
wishing.
natural that you look occasionally, like you just look. Somebody is passing, oh wow, you look beautiful. You might not tell her probably, but you just turn and, oh, this person looks beautiful, and you turn, you continue moving. But by the time you look and you want to look some more, and you're like, wow, and you're looking already up, down, and you're already imagining this person on bed, and you're already wishing and fantasizing. You're already looking lustfully. That's, for me, that's
okay, but
looking
if I
lustfully.
look at you that way, Joyce, and I end up marrying you, did I lust after you?
You have lost after me, even if you end up marrying. But for that first look, you look again, you imagine, you looked at me lustfully.
Okay.
Yes.
So when you want to marry a man, what will you look out for, and how will you look?
They are personal.
See, Martha is laughing
They are
behind the
personal.
camera. Eh?
What I'll look out for are personal.
No. But we are being graphical on the show, right? What would you look out for? Not least spirituality. We're
Yeah.
talking physical. This show is rated,
Yeah.
so we're talking physical. If you are a child, you don't have business watching
But
this.
let me ask her, is the Bible talking out of physical? The verse that we just I just want to get it right.
out
Yeah.
of the physical. It's both ways. Oh, when you look,
Okay, physical and spiritual.
what was your question?
See, Solo interrupted you. When you are ready to marry a man, what will you look at physically? Do you have a specification of what your husband should look like?
Yeah,
Yes,
I
yes.
do.
Do you?
Yes.
What is it? It's not a sin. Come on,
I'm
it's
not,
not a
I'm, not,
secret.
I'm not even saying it's a sin.
It's not a secret.
But
There's someone willing, maybe somewhere, but if
you see, so that's
let
why I
him
don't
know
want
if his
anybody to
height
put
will
himself
disqualify him,
ahead.
or he has a
To
big head,
disguise
and that's a turn off for you. But let's know. Let's know. We are just asking questions people want to know. Right, let's know.
well,
Should I help you?
go ahead.
Should he be tall or short? Average, not too tall, not too short.
Yeah.
Okay, that means a too tall man is not for you. Too short man is not for you. Should he be rich or poor or broke all the time?
Having
He should have enough to take care of you. Time is ticking, baby.
next question.
No, should he have money or he shouldn't have? You know the answer is yes. So, he should have money or he shouldn't have.
He should have.
Should he have sense or he should not have
He
sense?
should have sense.
Should he be educated or he should not?
He should.
Should he have a good-looking body or not?
He should.
How would you tell?
It's not by.
How would you tell that he has money?
I have somebody that is responding already.
Okay, on your behalf. So
Yeah.
should we take our answers as yours as well?
No.
Okay, so how would you know that he has money?
Well, my friendship or my relationship with him, and then it doesn't have to be, when you say money or wealth, it's not just physical. Sometimes you don't have to see it.
I said
physically.
money. That's what I'm asking.
So,
I'm not talking about wealth. I'm talking about money.
well, when I become friend with the person and I build relationship, I will know all of that.
How would you know?
Conversations.
Okay, so whatever he tells you, you believe.
I will see it.
You see it. That's
Yes.
what I'm waiting for. What about the height, the tall or the short, the average that you're looking
I will
for?
see it.
How would you know? You
I
will
will
see it.
Yeah,
What about the physical good things that you're looking at in a man?
I will see it
How would you see it?
by looking,
How would you look? By seeing.
by seeing.
You know what? I think sometimes when the Bible speaks, we should understand, the ideology behind every passage. We should understand the ideology behind every passage. There is no man, including yours sincerely, working in Equa Television, that has not looked at the lady like, wow, she has a nice shape. There's no man.
You
And-
see, that was why earlier on I said that looking
Did you
occasionally.
realize that I'm in the middle of the conversation?
Yes, I do.
You
But
were
I don't want
stammering
you- I
just
don't
now.
want
Now
to
you want
get
to
me
talk.
out of context.
No, I'm not taking. We are teaching people that are
Yes,
watching.
okay.
We're teaching people that are watching. What was I saying before I was rudely interrupted?
No man.
Wow.
No, he asked.
There's no
Okay.
man in Equa Television. I want the man to meet me after the show and tell me, rather than telling others that the GM lied on my head. Meet me after the show and tell me there is no lady in Equa Television that you can close your eyes and not describe her, including yours sincerely. That's me. But you know what? We don't look, okay, personally, I don't look with the intention that I want to take you to bed, but I can describe what you look like. I can describe what Martha looks like. I can describe what Jamima looks like. I'm not lusting. I am looking. It's different. You see, we have to differentiate between the functions of the sight and the functions of the mind. That's what the scripture is talking about. I can take something from my eyes and it dies there. It doesn't end up. I might even make a jest. Do you understand? I make a jest. Haven't you seen men say, "Oh, this is girl Gada"? But the next thing, they are not even bothered. What were you saying? They even forget. They say, "See the lady you say she Gada." When me, I talk that one. It's just, sometimes it's just, they make jest of things. when somebody wants to be close to a lady, it might not necessarily be for the reasons that they want to sleep with her. But when you make it a secret, there's something you are hiding.
Exactly.
You have intentions.
Exactly.
You see, there is, before this show came up, when I posted the topic, someone said, "Are you sure about this?" In fact, someone even said, "Don't go and mention our names because I know you." But I said, no, you see, there is no one man that is perfect under the sun.
True.
Imagine with the illustration I just gave that every man can describe how everybody looks like. Imagine Hassan is passing by and Solo is like, "Wow." And Hassan is good looking. He will stop working here immediately. And he will be banned from that gate. Where is the gate now? He will be banned from that gate. Do you understand? Because it's like begats like. It's wrong for Hassan to say that about Moses. It's wrong for, me, one thing. If a man is talking to me, he's like, "Casa Allah." I don't like that. Don't do it. If you are watching, don't do that with me. Don't do that with me. I don't like it. Do you understand? So we're talking about when men cheat. Who do men cheat with? This is a question.
They cheat with women.
No, they don't cheat with women.
Okay.
They cheat with cheatable women.
Those that are available.
They cheat with people that are available. Joyce, I know there are men that have pressed on you to do stuff with them. Because you are not cheatable, you have not accepted. Is it the same with you? It's the same. The world is crazy. It's not just crazy, it's getting crazier by the day. That just because of a weave-on on a girl's head, somebody wants to sleep with her. He does not care what spirit she's made up of. He does not care where she's. You just have to. There are men who cannot help it. There are men who cannot help it. I watched something recently. A lady was talking about. They asked her if she was single, and she said she's single, but she's in a relationship. I was wondering. I was waiting to hear. So she said, "You know how?" It made a lot of sense because she said, "You know how you say single, married, or divorced in a form." So she's not any. She's single. She's not married. She's not divorced. She's single. But she's in a relationship. So the guy asks her, "You are in a relationship. I say you are single. That means I can toast you." You say yes. That if you are better than the other man, I will leave him for you. Honestly, I learned a lot. I don't see anything wrong with that, personally. Why? Because the man that you are with in a relationship might be messing up. If you find a more committed person, if you find a more truthful person, if you find somebody that is willing and able, you follow him over the other person who doesn't want a good thing for his life, his or her life. So, do men cheat? Emphatically, yes. Both the physical one, the spiritual one. You people say it's not only
emotionally as well.
when you have sex that you are. Yesterday, I was in a conversation with some of our staff about this topic, and I heard different angles. And I think you said you are going to record some of them to hear what they said. Are we ready to watch that? No. Are we? I just want to be sure.
We watch it before the end of the show.
We watch it before the end of the show. I thought we were going to watch it and talk about it.
Yes.
Okay. Since you are in control, tell us what to do. We should watch it later or now. What's the time, man?
Let's watch it later. You know what?
Later.
Yes. You know what I want to say is this. When men cheat, there are a lot of things that happen. There are a lot of things that follow up.
I just remember something. Sorry. Somebody said, "Tony, kar ku je ku yi magana. Ku so ni abu ne na ba ma wasu maza joy kenan." That's why men don't have joy in their lives until they cheat. They feel, "Wow,
Yeah.
what a relief." Then they start going on. He said, just don't go and talk about that. Please don't go and talk about that. But you see, that is true. But how long can that kind of joy last? Because you have to be. It's expensive to even cheat.
Something you're not proud of.
Cheating is not just money. Because you won't take the girl to your house. You can't even go to her house.
No.
You have to go to a neutral place. Yes. And you have to select that neutral place. And you have to pay. Because you don't own it. And you have to pay her in some cases. And you have to hide it. That is the point. You have to hide it. Whenever they are calling you, this is my cousin. Whenever they are calling you, this is my landlord. Whenever, and it's a lie. And you know one thing about lying, when you lie one lie, you have to lie 3 or 4 more lies to keep that other lie in office. Because if that lie, if that lie leaves office, that lie will start ad-libbing everywhere. So you have to keep. Some people don't even keep records of their lives. Who is Taye electrician? Is the person that fixes AC. Tomorrow you forget. There you say, I told you it's my panel beater. The next day you forget, today is my tailor. Why is it written? Because the person that gave me the number is a carpenter. You have told another lie on top of one lie. So you have to tell several lies to keep that lie in office. It's not easy to cheat. It's not easy to cheat. It's a bondage. It's a bondage.
You know, it's really sad that in our world today, it's becoming a new normal. Like a lot of things that we're seeing as, this is terrible. This is against our value. Like it's becoming a norm. People feel they have arrived when they cheat. People feel if they don't cheat, they are not man enough. And so you see it's like everybody wants to, a lot of people are just jumping into it. But you see, we have to call a spade a spade. There's no excuse for failure. I was hearing from the beginning how Jamima and Sambo Solomon were giving some of the reasons why men cheat. People say, my wife is always not available. She denies me of sex. People say, I'm not satisfied. How can I be eating egusi soup every day? I should test this, I should test that. Some people feel that.
Yeah, but if you eat 1 meal every day, you'll be malnourished.
Okay. So, a lot of excuse
Did you
coming.
Eat rice yesterday? No, but tell the truth now.
I ate rice yesterday.
You ate rice today too?
Yes.
You eat rice tomorrow?
Yes.
You eat rice on Monday?
Yes.
Every day you eat
Yes,
rice?
I'll eat it. I'll cook it different. In
You
different
see, when
ways.
you are talking about food, you'll be malnourished, you eat one. But that marital food, that is your own. So break it down. Don't be covering for people to see. Joyce, there are a lot of comments already. There are lots of comments, and you. Is this time correct? My sister likes this kind of topics. See her comment very long. I'll pretend I don't know you. Should we read the comment now, or we should wait?
Go ahead.
No, make your point known, Joyce.
You're on it already. Go ahead. Okay.
Please tell her to make her point. Don't say please. Say make your point.
Make your point.
Okay. So I was saying that
This
people.
HOP likes power.
Hey God.
HOP
78.
Joyce will kill her husband if she finds out.
No, I will not kill. I will not kill. So you see, people have a lot of excuse to give. And in fact, I've heard people say, once he feeds you, he pays your bills. Why are you bothered about his affairs outside?
It's wrong. Don't say that.
People say
Don't
that,
say that.
I meet your needs, I do this. So a lot of excuse around cheating. And like
It's
I said
wrong. Don't
earlier,
say, nobody should say that. It's very, very
the
wrong.
picture
Are
is,
you not thinking that a disease can come back to you? What sort of
so
thoughts is
people
that?
have a lot of excuse to give.
Yeah.
So you see, like I said, it's beyond sexual connection with someone other than your partner. People engage in online affairs. You just see a lady make a post, you want to go there and comment, beautiful, you look gorgeous, you look this, that, you go to her DM, you start chatting. Like, people engage in online affairs that it even translates to sending nude pictures. And as far as you hide it from your partner, whatever you do that you don't want your partner to find out, you are cheating. Whatever it is, you send money to another lady and then you don't want your wife to know about it, you are cheating. Whether you like it or not, it's beyond sex.
Please, the lady should be bold enough to talk. The program is meant to be for people to be educated about certain things. So you should speak. This is Duni from Gombe. I know Duni Gatama. Duniji Gatama.
Men cheat. We are saying it. We have been talking it since. There are a lot of men out there that cheat, and they are cheating, and they are planning to cheat. But what we are saying is that you cannot you cannot give excuse for your failures. There are no excuse. You know, the point of change is the point of taking responsibility. These things are not good, and you cannot call it another name. You can't paint it another color just to make it look good. A lot of men blame the women for even their own actions, but they would not take it when their own women try it. And people ask the question, is there anything like cheating in relationship that you're not married or you're not committed to? No. No. You just ask somebody. Yes. So a lot of people tie themselves to, it was Engineer Tony earlier that said, you are with this person and eventually it is not, you are seeing things that you really do not want and you're giving another person the attention that eventually you left this person and you are with this person and you even get married to the person. You hear single people saying he's cheating on me, she's cheating on me and all of that.
For me, Joyce, I don't agree with that.
Okay, go
Yes,
ahead.
because you can't say you are in a relationship. When you say cheating, for me, it's anything that you agree. You agree, me and you agree.
That means you're
Wait now.
I said if there's no commitment.
As in commitment, how?
If there's no commitment.
Joyce,
between
now
both
You
of
talk
you.
about
As a single
relationship.
lady, as a single lady, if you have a man, if you have a guy in your life and he's doing stuff with other people, is he cheating on you?
A man in my life, just a man in my life.
No,
A boyfriend.
a boyfriend.
A boyfriend.
That you are trying so that something
If
will
there's
work out.
commitment between us,
What
I
do
call
you
it
mean by
cheating.
commitment?
okay, we have sat and agreed that yes, we are going to do this together.
Why are you in the relationship first?
Why am I in the relationship?
Yes.
first?
Yes.
There is an agreement. That's what I'm saying.
You know,
the agreement.
What has the agreement led to at this level?
Accepting him and him accepting me.
Okay, so that is enough.
Yeah. Once you come to be that you like me, you want me to disregard every other man, you want to be with me, I agree to that. Anything you do outside of that agreement
what is the
is cheating.
justification that somebody you are not married to does something that is cheating? What's the justification?
Somebody that you're not married.
You are not married to and
Yeah.
he's having an affair with someone else. You say he's
That
cheating.
commitment.
What kind of commitment?
You
Can
act,
you take him to court at that point?
No.
I can't
Why?
take you
So
to
why
court.
why is it a commitment? Is a commitment
The
between who and who?
relationship
Because
is
it was
anchored
an
on
agreement.
trust and respect.
Okay, agreement. What sort of agreement? What degree of agreement?
Disregard every other person.
Who?
Be with me.
Eh?
Disregard every other person and be with me.
So where did you get that law from?
You communicated now. Did you just meet somebody and just start a relationship with just like
Don't
that?
break our mic.
There's an
Our
agreement.
podcast mic.
There's an agreement that a young lady is out there. She's not married. There are a lot of men that are seen and say, "Oh, I like you, I like you, I like you." But this particular person is saying, "Disregard them. Please be with me. This is my intention. I'm not just coming to you just to flirt with you. I want to get married to you."
And
I
just because
accept-
of that, you foolishly accept.
I accept him.
Just
No,
because of
not
that,
just
she-
because of what he said, but
Yeah.
he is who she wants to be with.
Okay.
She has also seen that,
Is
yes,
that
this is the
not?
kind
Is
of
that
man I
is
want
that the
to be
reason
with.
why somebody should throw her life at a man, just because he is who she?
So she should be with him and
feels-
still
she
follow
feels
other
he's
men. and be
right.
I'm
following
not
other
advising
men.
that. I'm just asking you.
Yeah.
Is that reason enough to be with a man and stay committed?
If she feels
I've
he's
seen
worth
what
it,
I want
yes.
in him,
Eh.
and he has also seen what he wants
Have
in
you
me,
ever
and we
been?
have
Have you
agreed.
ever been in a relationship, in a love relationship that ended? No, it's a question. Have you ever?
Yes,
Have you ever been in a love relationship that did not lead to marriage?
yes.
Okay, why did it end?
Because it was not worth it at the end of the day. So
But
we
from
had
the
to
beginning,
part
was it
ways.
worth it?
We felt so.
It's that feeling that will kill women. I'm telling you, how can I keep a relationship? How can I give a man my life because I felt something? No, I have to know it. It's beyond the feeling. The feeling is there to establish. Wait for the knowledge. If I don't have the knowledge, you are not mine.
You see why I said
knowledge
I have
Joyce,
not
seen.
always-
if I walk up to you right now, as spiritual as you are, if I rob you, you will feel it. Does that mean you should come and start going out with a married man? No. That is the point. You see, even when I start talking to you, I can convince you to start dating a married man. If you don't run away from the conversation. You see, these are certain points that women fail to understand. Why are you staying glued to a man knowing fully well nothing will come out of it?
Sometimes you don't know
How?
until
how? How?
until it gets to a point.
Okay, me, I know that I'm toasting you. I will not marry you as a man. How do I know?
Because you know yourself better than any other person.
That is exactly the point. When you start going out with somebody, you have to make it an intention to know the person, not an intention to be with the person.
But people
That's the
change.
mistake.
What about
People
those
change.
that are bent
People
on
change.
hiding their
it is
true
different.
identity?
It is different when people change. When somebody changes, and that is what I wanted us to really talk about.
And that was
why
why-
do people change to the level that they cheat? I woke up thinking about it. It's because something happened to them. As much as you cannot blame what has happened as the reason. But men are men, women are women. This body is a natural being. It's a natural being with tendencies. Do you know that the greatest person that people look up to did not only feel the urge, but he gave in, or she gave in? But you can never find out. Why do you think people that are respected in the society, respected overly, before a period of time, you start seeing some girls coming out 15 years ago, that was how he abused me. 18 years ago, that was how he did this. You did not make it an intention to know the person. You stayed glued to the things that he decided to show you so that you can fall for the reason he told you he want to be with you.
I would
But
like
there
to
are people
disagree. You
that
know why
are
I would like to
bent.
disagree?
It's
I
fine.
I
Joyce,
said
we don't have to agree. What we believe does not always have to be the same.
Okay, my point
but
is this.
keep disagreeing.
No.
You will come back crying. I'm telling
No.
you, when a man is lecturing women, they should listen. Don't be reading books about men written by other women.
Okay,
There
my
are men
point
that
is
bent
this.
on
Let me tell
hiding
you
their
something.
true
Only a man can tell
identity.
you who a man truly is. And most of the time, I find it disheartening that women disagree when men tell them how men are. They prefer to read it from a book about another woman, you know, from another woman who has lots of men in her life, but she picked one to write about.
You know, my point is this. You asked a question earlier on about, oh, have I ever been in a love relationship? Did it end? Yes, it did. When I started the relationship, I didn't just jump into the relationship. I looked out for what stood out for me.
Did you see it?
And I saw everything. But
That stood
along
out
the
for you.
yes, it wasn't because of what he told me that I agreed to go into relationship with him. But I saw what I wanted in him, and that was why I went into the relationship. And he was what I wanted. But
didn't
along
see
the
it, Joyce.
line,
Joyce, you
he
didn't see it.
changed.
No.
People changed.
You-
A
he
lot of
didn't
women
change.
that are going
No,
through
he
emotional
didn't change.
turmoil.
Probably
He
he
didn't
hid
change.
it.
No, you didn't see
And then
it.
at
He
the end
showed
of
you
the day-
what you wanted to see.
No.
It's different. See, if I come knowing that you like white, if I want to toast you, and I know that you like white, I'll be showing up every day looking like Papa Adeboye. Because I know that is what is appealing to you. It's biting me, it's killing me. But I just want you to see. Men know your psychology. I just want you to see.
Okay, but you know.
You see, it's difficult. It's difficult for a woman to sit and say, God forbid I will never cheat. It's the opportunity that has not presented itself to you. That's why you are bragging.
You see, for me, for example, for the person, just to end that, he changed, and there were factors that led to that.
He did not change,
It
Joyce.
led to that.
Probably he stopped
His humanity showed up. He
All
did
right.
not change.
His humanity
Because
showed
if,
up.
if,
Or he
if,
stopped
if he was who he
pretending.
really said, that ring would have been, maybe by now you would have been carrying your second baby.
Okay.
But you people don't like digging deep. You like to be fed on information, what you are told. You don't like to check on your own. And the time that you decide, well, by the time you decide to check on your own, it is late already.
Okay.
And you cannot go back. Do you know how many women are married to men now that they wish they can go out, but because they say for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, they cannot go anywhere?
I was going to talk about some of the women that are married, and then right now they are living with men.
Why am I sweating like I'm a cheating man here? Like I'm defending myself, man. What's happening? Manpower, manpower, manpower. I'm trying to defend men here.
Oh
you know?
God, man. You know, I was going to talk about women that are married and are currently in emotional turmoil. Why? Because you hear them talk, this is not the man I got married to. This is not the man I got married to. For some of them.
You know
Some
what-
of them
you
know
what
it
the
and they
men
got
are
married.
saying as well.
Because eventually, okay, his humanity showed up. And it wasn't really about, it's not who they actually got married to. Along the line, something happened and he changed, or he's following trends, or oh, his friends are saying, hey, wawani, this is a norm. There's nothing wrong in you doing this. I've seen men that like I know that don't drink alcohol.
Probably they were
Eventually,
influenced.
because of peer pressure, or maybe certain challenges in life, they decided to just throw the towel and join and begin certain lifestyle.
And overtake the people that advise them.
Yes, change. Life is dynamic. People change. Life is not static. Sometimes you say yes to people, and at the end of the day, you see them into certain lifestyle, and you're wondering, but this person was not like this.
But you see, Joyce, I'm with you. I feel
At least for once. See how Joyce is looking. Like you're surprised.
I'm with you, Joyce. You see, my own take is that in whatever commitment you find yourself, do your part. Whether the person know at the first instance that he's going to cheat on you, he's going to manipulate you, as far as you are clean, you don't know. And God knows you are clean, you are pure, you mean the truth. God will always vindicate you. So do your part. At the end of the day, you see the issue, the reason why I said yes, there's cheating in relationship, because you can't, we talked about this issue of relationship here. If you are not ready, don't go into it. So that tomorrow you will not come crying and say, this person manipulated me, betrayed me, I give him my all, while you fail to do certain things. That's why we say in the beginning, know it before you enter. Once you are in it, be committed to it.
Let
because
me just talk
that's
about
what
this cliche, no
Yeah.
grief for anybody. And,
Okay.
and just to highlight it on this topic,
Okay.
when men cheat, there are women out there right now that have decided, they have also aligned with the no green, and in their own no
Because
green,
he's cheating,
I will cheat. You go out there and you see a lot of married women too. He's cheating, that's the game. Let's go ahead and do it. And you see the family suffering, you see the children suffering.
Two wrongs don't make a right.
Uh-huh.
And that
So
they
for
don't
them,
must
they
understand.
feel that okay, he's cheating, let me cheat. But I don't think that should be the in thing. I don't even think that a man should think that because my wife deprived me of sex, that is enough reason for me to cheat. There are men that will say because you disrespect them, you see what I'll do to you. In fact, I'll go and look for a younger girl just so that I can get at you. For them, that is the way of getting at their wives. But when things happen, when cheating happens,
some women will even tell you, just go and look for. Some will tell you.
so
Boldly
they
to
too
your
will be like,
face.
oh, I'm going to go and look for a young guy. You will see what I will do. And they will do it in the presence of, like, everybody should see. A story was told of a woman that her husband was cheating. And she's aware of the lifestyle, like cheating sexually. So she decided to go to a service provider to try and put an application on her phone so that she will be able to track the man. And one time she was trying to reach him, she couldn't, and she used the app, I think, and she knew where he was. She went, she tracked him, and it was a hotel. She entered, and they were naked, him and the girl were naked on the bed, and she entered with her baby, and like, do you know he's a married man? Do you know? And the lady said, yes, I know. She went out, she was crying, and okay, she's going to resort to the same lifestyle. Because he cheats, I'm going to do that. I had another different woman that is saying that she's been insulted by people around her because her husband does not give at home. Now cheating financially. He doesn't give at home, he doesn't provide that, but when he goes out to hang out, to drink, he sprays money, he buys for people. And she said, going forward, if they will sleep with hunger, if the children will sleep, let them sleep with hunger. But whatever she has, she will eat it in her stomach. Decisions that people make when men cheat, decisions that partners make when men cheat. There are some that go to the extent of killing their partners. Yes. They go to the extent of killing them. They destroy their relationship with people. You go from one family member to the other to say, oh, this man has been a useless man, this is this, you fight, you all manner of things when men cheat.
The thing is, mostly if you find see how three of you turned at the same time. if you find reports like this in homes, I am married to Jemima, for instance. Why you that is married to Solo, what is your business with our marriage? That's the first point. And everybody must understand that.
Concern for one's nation.
Why is Joyce forcing herself to be friends with Jemima? Because she has information about me. So Jemima, why do you think you are happy that they brought information about your husband? Is it for the peace of the family or for the destruction of the family? There is no one single man or woman
Or for correction, Jemima.
out there that is living a perfect life. You see, all of these things, people have interest about this topic because it's the most viewed live show, I think, so far. People are already watching and all that. Why is it of interest? It's because the issue is rising fast and is growing every day. You can hardly find a home that maintains its fidelity. You hardly find that. You can either find one man married with about 10, 15 girls doing stuff. Or you find one faithful man always looking out for his wife, but the woman, anytime the man is passing, they are laughing at him. Because even men in the area, they know the woman. So some of these things boil back to the friendships that we have as married people. Can we just be friends without allowing that friendship cross into the circle of my relationship, me and my wife? Why is everybody having interest about what's going on in the other family, against what is going on in their own family? We live in a time and day where people can even hardly make it from day to day. So why are you not concentrating on that? The economy is hitting hard on everybody. Why are you not concentrating on confronting that issues, such issues of the economy, so that your family can have a good life? It was yesterday or a day before on the show that I asked, how many hours do we put to work? It was 8 hours, and then you have 16 hours more. What do you do with the remaining 16 hours? Destroy people's relationships or build it? Because if today I found out that Jemima's husband is cheating on her, honestly, the best I can do is to talk to him or pray for them. That's the best. But to see her, no, I won't do that.
I would
I'll
like
talk
us
to him.
highlight. Sorry to cut you there. I would like us to really.
Why are you cutting me? There's time.
Yes, I know. I would like us to really highlight on what the society, what women, what the family should do when men cheat, because we can't take that away from the society. But in a bit to correct some of the results, like the negative implications and what has come out from decisions that even partners have made because of the attitude of the other, like what can be done. But before we answer that question, I would like us to take perspective of other people out there on what they think on when men cheat.
But I feel I am more in charge. I feel I'm more in charge on the show than any other person. So if you are watching, this is the part 2 of when men cheat, and it starts now. So Joyce, have you ever been experienced about any man who has cheated? Do you know any man that has cheated?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Cheated on you or somebody else?
No, someone else.
Okay, how did you find out? Do you believe that he cheated?
Yes.
How did you know?
Okay, it was a sexual relationship that he had outside of marriage, and he kept this girl outside. He was married, he has a family, and then he kept a young lady outside. And each time, sometimes he goes to the young lady's place, and she too kept another lady with her. I think it's a relation that was staying with her. And one of the days that he came to the house, the lady was not around, but her niece was at home. And then he also had sexual relationship with the girl. He slept with the niece of his side chick, and she got pregnant.
Sin upon sin.
Yes. So she got pregnant.
Dear pastor.
So the girl got pregnant, and when she got pregnant, because of how naive and young she was, she couldn't help, like her elder sister or her auntie was asking, what is wrong with you? She doesn't even know. But eventually she took her to the hospital because she was exhibiting some symptoms, and they found out she was pregnant. Questions upon question, and behold, it was her sugar daddy, in quote, that got the lady pregnant. So she decided to expose the whole thing. And in exposing the whole thing, his wife also found out. It was everywhere. So he admitted to that. Though apologized to his wife, but his family left him.
The wife left
his
him.
wife and the children left him. The girlfriend too. And he was asked to marry the young lady that he got pregnant with. So there are stories like
Two
that
of them
out
got
there.
pregnant.
No, the lady, the young girl, he got
Okay,
pregnant.
You say he got pregnant. I thought 2 of them got pregnant.
So there are a lot of stories out there. You see people.
What do you think women have learned from their men being unfaithful? Both of you.
I've seen women now that are, for them, the lesson is that I'm going to do the same. They are even doing it too. And I've also seen women that have decided that, oh, I made a mistake. For them, they made the mistake of even marrying this cheat, and I have to live with it. So, but just provide. They have accepted their situation. Just be responsible as a father and as a husband. Continue living your life. God will judge you.
Jemima,
Then there are some of these women
listen. Okay, there are some of these women
that have decided that for them it is a weakness. Oh, it was something that probably due to peer pressure or trends or whatsoever. So they have decided that to raise prayer altars for their husbands. Some have decided communications and all of that just to help.
Jemima, right after this show, you went onto your phone and you found out that someone sent you pictures as evidence that Brother Ima cheated. What would you do?
Well, I would
Okay,
like
first of
to-
all, do you know what you would do?
Yes.
What is it?
I would like to hear from him. I would like to confirm from
No,
him.
you have videos. You have
Yes,
everything.
I have to give him.
You-
Let him.
What would you? Okay, put it to me like I'm Imam now.
Yes.
Okay, you have come back home. Of course, you won't wait till 5. So
I would confront you. Yes, I would confront
okay,
you.
well, how
This-
confront me now?
This
Let me
was
see.
what I saw.
Okay,
I'm
who showed
giving
you? Who
you
showed you? Now
the
I'm Iman. You
person.
are Jemima.
Yes.
Who
This
showed
is
you?
the person that sent it to me, and this is it. Definitely, graphics
What's
will
that?
not
Our
lie.
son's name.
Nathaniel.
Okay, go ahead.
Definitely, graphics would not lie.
Have you fed Nathaniel?
Yes.
Okay, please go ahead. I'm listening.
So I would show you. This is what I saw. I'm confronting you. I'm giving you the platform to
No,
explain
I'm not
what
saying. I
happened.
say talk to me as Iman.
Yes, that's okay.
Eh,
Okay. Okay.
eh,
Okay.
eh.
Okay. This was what I saw.
Who are you talking
What
to now?
happened? You, my husband.
Is that what is my name your husband? You see, these are the things when they stop calling you your name. So now you are home and I'm watching Nigeria scoring South Africa. Is it South Africa? I'm watching Nigeria like 4-0 already. And I'm like, okay, and you come in
Excited. And
I will
then-
definitely not greet you because of what I saw.
as a
So
Christian.
the first, yes,
As a Christian.
yes. So the first thing I would want to do is I would take that picture to you,
Okay,
to your
address
face.
me. Address
Yes.
me.
Already
Address
you've
me as
entered now.
Iman.
You're watching already.
I've
Iman.
entered. I'll just put the picture on your face.
Wow, that looks like me.
What is this?
It's a picture.
Why did I see this? What happened? You know, already
who are
I
these
am.
people?
This was you and someone sent it to
I
me.
don't
So
think
what happened?
I don't think it's me. It looks like me, but it's not me.
I'm not playing games right now.
I'm
this
serious
was
too.
what I
This
saw.
is not me. It might be graphics or something, but it can't be me.
This is definitely you. What happened? Have you been cheating on me or something?
Okay, let me tell you the truth. One morning when you went to work, we had a quarrel, and something happened, and it was just once. I didn't even enjoy it.
So how am I supposed to be sure that this was once?
I'm explaining. I didn't even enjoy it, but because we fought, and I felt I had urges and I needed to satisfy her. But I'm sorry, it won't happen again. I'm on my knees. Please forgive me.
So why didn't you talk to me about it? I had to find out and confront you.
I have been looking for ways to talk to you about
I don't
it.
think so.
True. I've been looking for ways to talk to you. That's why I'm telling you that I'm sorry now. If I meant what I did, I wouldn't have apologized.
How would you feel if I do the same thing?
I will feel bad. But if you are honest to apologize, I will forgive you.
Please give me some time.
How long?
I have no idea.
Okay, take the whole time you want in the world, but come back in the next 5 minutes. Let's watch the game.
Are you serious right now?
I have apologized, and as Christians, we are supposed to forgive one another, as Christ forgave us, or forgives us.
Hey, real time.
It's okay.
Have I been forgiven?
Let me just have some time.
No, but have I been pick Nathaniel. He's crying. Pick him up.
You can pick him.
No, he's your child. Sorry, he's our child. I remember. but truly, is that how you would deal with the situation? Because we don't even know. You see, when something has not happened to you before,
Exactly.
don't explain how you will react when it does, because it has not. See, when people talk about my wife's father died one time, I was like, take care, it's easy. Mutuane. We hope Baba is in a bed. When my father died, do you understand these things? I have never lost then anybody close to me. when I lost my older brother, maybe I would have cried, but I wasn't born then. When I lost him, I was not born then. I was told. I was told. So you see, maybe if it's at this age, I would have reacted differently. When people say you are the only male child, I wish I had an older brother. I do. But you see, it's different. When the thing happens to you directly, the way you attack it is different. When you hear your friend, your best friend telling you, she was your best friend, your chief mate, and you were hers too. And she comes to you to say, Patrick, I caught Patrick with Monica. You know, the people who cheat, their name is always one kind. I caught Patrick and Monica. They were, Solo, I've said it since, you're still laughing. They were doing this and this and this. Are you sure? Yes. You know, it will pain you. You will feel for her. It's not even the Patrick and the Monica issue right now. It's your friend that you are feeling for. You will leave the people that committed the act and you are dealing with. Cheating has an indelible mark on people. But let me tell you something that you will never believe. The mark that cheating has is more on the person doing it that has not been found yet. Yes. You think the people who cheat, they like it that they are doing it?
Some like
It's because they are not informed. But it will dawn on them soon. We have watched it in movies and how these things turn out to be. There's no way possible that writers could have gotten it wrong. To have put the same story all over the world every now and then. Has it been 30 minutes into the show yet?
I was going to share this story of this.
Hmm?
woman.
Okay, oh fine. People are learning, so there's no.
I've seen there's this story of this young man, like they were friends with his wife right from secondary school, and eventually they got married. Like, you know, this couple that you see, when you see one, you are like, where's the other person? Because they are always together. Like these people, their whole life decisions they take, they are just all together. And eventually his friend introduced a young lady to his office, and that's his own company. And that young lady decided to throw herself at him. Why I'm bringing this story is because some of the men that cheat is actually intentional, but some people found themselves in such acts. There are people, like you just say, that the devil just place in strategic position to pull people down, to pull men down. There are women out there that their plans is to pull men down. You hear some say that, see, don't worry, just give me some time. Is it not this man? Just wait for it. Because there are some men too that will say, this lady, she has been making mouths, don't worry, I'll shut her up. I'll pull her down. So this man has been in a committed relationship with his wife. Like, they have been all together. Not until this young lady was introduced to his company. And she started seducing him. She was seducing and trying to get close to him and all of that. He has been like trying to avoid. And at some point he thought it was just like there was nothing wrong with the closeness. She was just trying to be a nice person, offering lunch, offering gifts and all. At some point he kept her down. He was asking, why are you doing all of this? And she said, nothing. Sometimes he comes back, maybe when he looks worried, she's trying to like ask question, and eventually he got connected with her, and she pleaded for lunch. He went with her from lunch, went for dinner, from dinner after work she pleaded that they meet. Unknown to him, this girl is planning for her marriage with another man. It was like in few months time, but eventually she got the man on her bed, and the wife did not understand him again. She kept asking questions. You're not like this. What's wrong? But he loves his wife. He's scared. Like, he's more like he's thinking of the lady than even the wife. So he doesn't even want to. The time he usually have with his wife, the gist, the talk, and he's no longer interested. Anytime he's home, he's thinking of the girl. He looks forward to their next meeting. And eventually the girl traveled and she got married. She came back. He was told that she was married. He didn't even inform him. And this man insisted that they continue this relationship. She said she cannot. She's married. He said, you don't know that you're married when you came and insisted with that this. He cannot. He wants them to. But eventually his wife found out that it was a girl. And when she found out, she confronted him, and he opened up to the wife. like he explained to the wife this was what happened. She cried. It actually cost their relationship. It cost trust. There was like it cost respect. She felt betrayed. A lot of things happened along the way. Their children were wondering what happened to the relationship between the parents. And he cried. He explained everything. She walked to the ladies and she went to the house, and eventually she confronted the lady, even in front, like it was in the presence of her husband. It also affected her own relationship, because at the end of the day, her husband sent her out, just married lady. But the woman reconciled with her husband. And why did she do that? Because she found out that he didn't plan to do this. This lady forced him, yes, and lured him into it. I'm not saying that these are excuses for men to cheat out there. There are some that found themselves in such scenarios or in such attitude or behaviors, not because they want to, but the devil found his way into their life.
After giving a small window.
Yes,
Because that's
exactly.
what the devil is always waiting for. He will stand around to be seeing what you're doing. He's looking at you, looking at the wife, looking at you, looking at the wife. Once the wife opens the window, he comes in. And you know, it is always difficult to come out of his trap. Because he plans for a very long period of time. And the devil can be patient when he wants you. He can lead you into temptation. When people say God will not lead you into, the Bible says you will not be led into temptation. That scripture, sometimes I think about it. But it tells me further that if you think this is a level where you are in life spiritually, think again. Because if you are led into that temptation, then that means you have been deceiving yourself that this is the level you are in Christianity. Do you understand what I'm saying? And so you either have to outgrow the things that you do that give you joy. Because certain people say, if it's not this one now, now I'm wondering if every drinking spot and every brothel and women are wiped out of the surface of the earth and men are left alone, how would our lives be? Because for most men, our lives are characterized by womanizing and alcoholism. If you check, most men, some men tell you, oh, I don't care about women. You see, alcohol, if I don't drink, I'll die. Some men say that. Some men are like, why do you drink? What does this thing give? What joy does it give you? But as he's talking, like Solo said, anything in rapper are scared. As he's talking to you, he's turning. Can I see you later? Let me attend to. Nobody's talking to you, but you want to attend to something. Because, you see, your mind is engrossed with such thoughts. And earlier, Joyce, when you were talking about what you saw, I said, no, what they showed you. I want women to understand that men are totally wired differently from how you are wired, including how you think about them. Because a man can be cheating on his wife for 20 years in marriage, she will not know. And the day she finds out, like you asked me just now, for how long has this been going on? If you knew, you wouldn't have asked. Does that mean you know men? No, you don't. Because if you do, the first day he cheated, you would have found out. So with the help of his unfolding character every day and what you tell God, most times I see women trying to deal with issues of marriage that is the most spiritual thing, for the simple reason that God started it. Adam and Eve is the most spiritual thing. And when you try to deal with it out of the spirituality, you will get it wrong. And God will fold his arms and say, okay, since you have the strength and power to deal with it, go ahead. And when everything is messed up totally and entirely, that's when you start running back to God. If you had given him all the problems you had earlier when it started, by now you would have been happier. And you know that there's no relationship sweeter than the one that is just coming back. You want to please everybody. You want to take until 2 weeks later, you start fighting again and all of that. But it's sweeter when you fight and come back. They that are married shall have troubles. But don't make the trouble artificial or self-made or stage managed. Let me near Jemima and see what happens. No, you don't do that. There are boundaries. I met a lady in the US that was 82 that year in 2016. She was 2014 rather. She was 82. Now I was 76 then. That woman wanted to marry me. I said, Mama, here the cake. Kaka 82. I said no. I told her, I said no. I said I can't do that. She said, why? I said there are laws against that. She said, who said these laws? I said, I'm a Christian. He said, oh, don't give me that crap. That's what she told me. If I kept listening to that woman, I would have fallen. Let me tell you why. There's nothing to lust about her body. But that woman was so rich that she have 12 houses in 12 counties of her state. She was spending 1 month in every house till she dies, and everything was willed to her cat. I think that time someone told me that she was making, I think, over $40,000 monthly from the proceeds of her late husband. Apart from what she was making as pension, as all these are gratuities and everything that was coming in. So she was making close to 100,000 monthly from not doing anything. That year, that woman was driving a Tesla of that year. So if I had listened, maybe even not for her body,
For the money.
I would have lost after her money and everything. Because she promised me, she said, the moment I accept, what is the name of that her cat? She's taking it off the cat to become Tony Nakale. And you know what? Yes, thoughts started running. See, your wife will have a better life. Your children will have a better life. But you see, that's the thinking of the devil. How can my family have a better life from such income? I mean, I liked her as a person. I have a picture with her in my house right now. I have a frame with me and her, and she's a lovely person. But she was loving, like she was acting like a young person. She was holding my hand. Look, we were eating. People were there. Mama, yakuri. Kaka. Yakuri. Like somebody said, ka. You see, but there are men that are waiting for such opportunities in their lives.
Yeah.
They would have even poisoned that woman.
Sure.
Some will say, let's just do it once.
They would have poisoned
That's how
that
they
woman. But
get
you
caught.
see, sir, when you see it coming, don't say I have strength.
Yeah,
I will deal
stamina.
with it. No, sir. The Bible in the book of James, I think, yes, it says, flee the appearance of evil.
Yeah.
Say, resist the devil. It says, flee. So why do you think you can stand and chest it? Mancho, Hulk Hogan. You can chest it. No. It takes a small Delilah to deal with a great Samson. So when you sit down, it's from that play, they will go and find out where your power is. And they will cut it off. And once they cut it off, you have remained not just powerless, but irrelevant. Because what makes you in demand, what keeps you in demand is your relevance. Why do people still work in Equa Television? Anybody that is here is because of his relevance that we have now. If the person is not relevant, they will not be working here. Once you lose your relevance, people stop looking for you. True. Once you lose your relevance, even in marriage, when your husband finds out this is what you are doing, you start losing relevance before him, no matter how strong he is. A friend of mine who is a pastor found out that his associate pastor was with his wife. Several times, people have been telling me, he said, no, that this is not possible. One day he was on top of his wife and she mentioned the name of the other pastor. And he asked her, he said, what? So this thing people are telling me is true. She denied and said no and said no. So he said, no problem, I've forgiven you. She said, come and continue. He said, how? He said, I have to put myself together. They are still married. But that thing is true. And I think even after that, he found out, she continued. But you know what he kept saying? He said that he has left everything in the hand of God. Till today, when you talk to him about it, I've left everything in the hand of God. It takes courageous men to face things like that and not be shaken or falling completely. I think this is the time that we should watch that video and then we make our points based upon the video.
Okay, before
And then,
the video, I would like to say sometimes.
yes, let's
when
listen
they
to the
cheat,
GM.
Right?
Go ahead,
I
GM.
think it can be it can be a family trait. Like do I
Heredity.
call it? Yes, more like
Heredity. Like blood
inheritance,
pressure.
something
Like
like
blood
that.
pressure.
Probably in their family line.
Because you know they say blood pressure, that some is heredity. If your
In their-
father has
in their
lie.
family line, probably the great grandfather cheated, the grandfather cheated, the father cheated, and
Johnny
then
man,
the
let me-
son.
let me-
is
let me
is
tell
cr-
you,
can
if
it
you
be like
talk
a
about
spirit,
great-grandfather,
or you
if you
just
if you talk
accepted
about
it?
great grandfather, that time it was not called cheating. You are being macho. Because in African culture, the more wives you have, the more children you have, the more farm lands you can farm. So in those days, before the gospel came, it was a pride. Some people have still taken it as
They
pride.
bring them to the house.
You understand? Yes.
They marry
Yeah,
them.
they marry them and bring them to the house. Even the first wife is happy.
Yeah.
My co-wife.
Yes. And then they start gossiping about the man before long. And then they say, this man is getting tired of us. It's like 15 years now that they married you. He will add one. He was not. In those days, men did not cheat. They brought whatever they liked home. Today, the gospel has said it otherwise. And if you have accepted the gospel, you have accepted the total package of salvation, including one man, one wife. Even though we have amen? Yes. Let's watch the other. Can we watch the videos now, GM?
Yes.
Okay. GM said we can watch the video. Who is switching?
Mr. Victor.
Can we watch the other video? I don't know who we are starting with, but let's watch. Let's hear what they have said.
Go on.
It is predetermined, so
Actually, it's not good to cheat. But when men cheat, I feel it's bad. And a lot of men, they will put it this way, whether singles or married men, some do cheat quite alright. But it's not good to cheat. It creates unfaithfulness in the family. It leads to divorce. It leads to so many things. It leads to sadness. And mostly, it leads to children not being happy in the family. So actually, it's not good to cheat. It's not good to be unfaithful in the family. Even though we have in a relationship where there is singles and that are not married, it's not good to cheat. Couples, it's not good to cheat. In any way, it's not good to cheat. It destroys a lot of things in a relationship. It makes people, especially women, let me put it in that way, to be sad in their families and in their relationship. I think that's all I can say.
So personally, to me, there's this feeling men have these days. I don't know, kind of a sense of entitlement that they can get away with anything. Like you could actually cheat on your wife and just feel that after all, I'm a man, I have the right to cheat and then nothing will happen. And who tells you that nothing will happen? Something will eventually happen because, it's more like, when you get two papers together and then you have a gum on it and then you put the two together. When you're trying to separate this paper, they tend to be like, each of these paper tends to be like a piece of it gets to be pieces, and we know that things are never the same again the way they were before those papers were put together. And that is the same thing that happened when a man should cheat on his wife. I mean, when you say you love her, she was sitting in her house with her parents, jejely. When you walk over to her parents and told her that you told the parents that you love this lady and you like to marry her, and then you were giving the consent and then you married her, so why now go outside? What are you looking for outside that you cannot get it inside? If you're talking about the sexual satisfaction, it's all for you to tell your wife what you want. If you're looking for the attention, it's for you to tell your wife what you want. And personally, if you ask me, when you talk about cheating, it's because a lot of people don't even know what faithfulness is in the first place. Because if you learn to be satisfied, if you are content and then you are faithful even with the little things around you, being faithful in your marriage will not be a big deal to you. So personally, I feel that honestly, cheating is a big red flag to me personally. And I don't think that if I should realize that my boyfriend is cheating on me, I'll feel satisfied or I'll be happy. I'll definitely be pissed off. Even though we already have this rule that in marriage, when your partner is cheating, you don't divorce. But when you know that the church even say we should not divorce, why should you now do something that makes somebody to feel hurt? Or why will you now do something that make the first person feel that, I mean, I'm not enough for you, and that is why you go outside to actually look for things that you know eventually you will get in the marriage. I mean, I've heard people saying, why should I keep eating the same soup over and over and over? I mean, you already signed that contract that you want to be eating the same soup, so you have to stick to that contract in the first place. And that is why it is very important that we choose our partners and be sure that, you know what, whatever I want, I believe that this person can give me and even more. So personally, I feel that cheating is a red flag, and I will not tolerate it. And I do not think that people should actually get into that school of thought that cheating is okay whatsoever level. It is not okay at all. Personally, it's not okay to me.
Cheating actually is a wrong practice in the family, and it has so many implications in the family. If a man cheats, there are so many implications. Financially, it affects the family. Socially, it affects the family. Spiritually, it also affects the family and the man itself. You find out that if you cheat, you cannot be able to meet up the family needs financially. Sometimes you find out that you cannot pay your children's school fees, buy foodstuffs and other things, because you have to settle the bills outside for your partner outside, which you are going out with. So you see, the family are going to suffer and carry the burden. So cheating, even though it's a general term that both men and women cheat, but now I'm narrowing it down to men in particular because I'm a man. So if I cheat, you find out that the family, the trust that my wife have on me is going to be down. The trust will not be there. The confidence will not be there. Even the children will be affected. Confidently, the children will not develop confidence on their father. So you find out that the children, the respect they have for me will certainly run away, will not be there. So you find out that cheating is actually, to me, is a practice that should not be carried on, or we should not do it in our families as Christians. But sometimes some people say, okay, we are traditionalists, we can still marry, or we are traditional people, we can marry as many number of women. But even if you marry, you don't need to go out again. As a man, even if you have 2 or 3 women or wives that you paid their bride price, you don't need to go out, because if you go out, it's still cheating. So you find that those families are going to suffer. You yourself, spiritually, you'll be affected. Your relationship with God will be affected. So many times the conscience in you will always judge you, and you feel guilty of so many things you are doing, and your relationship with God will have issue. So you see, cheating, I am not encouraging cheating in the family. I'm not supporting that. Even though, no matter the difficulties or the challenges we face with our partners and family, we should learn how to stay together. We should learn how to exercise patience. We should learn how to iron things together, and that will help us. Thank you very much. I think that's what I can.
When men cheat, I think and I believe it's actually a reflection of their personality and mindset. A mindset or a personality could be that I can get away with it, or the mindset of it's a man's world and I can do whatever I want to do. Either way, cheating, of course, no doubt, is not good. And I'd like to relate it a little bit to why God doesn't like sin. It's not that he looks at us any lesser when we sin. We're still his children, he still loves us. But it's what sin does to us that is breaking the relationship we have with him. And I want to relate it the same way, is that it's cheating. You can have your thousands and 100 reasons why you are cheating. And you know what? People can actually reason with you and say, yes, your wife is this, you are depressed, you're not getting, people will. But what does it do to your marriage? There's a break in trust, there's a break in communication, there's that joy, that security that there is in that marriage just goes completely and disappear. And then eventually, I mean, we do relate cheating a lot of times to just the physical activities that we do have. But I also believe it also spread across emotional cheating, where you put yourself in a position where you feel, okay, I'm a provider, of course, which is the basic for a man. That is what is expected societally. At the same time, I also, coming from a woman's perspective, I'll say that we are wired emotionally. So just paying the house bills and just providing can also be a problem. And I don't know if I'll be going out lot of context to say usually that's also what makes a woman cheat, when there's no that emotional connection, where there's that need for empathy, where there's that need for companionship, as it is emotionally, that is having a place to lean on and understanding the emotional level of that person and maturity. When such is being lacked, can also lead to cheating emotionally, or you find yourself in a situation where the kind of attention will your wife need emotionally, you're not giving it to her, but then you are giving it to other male and female colleagues or female friends, or all the people you talk around them. You have time for that kind of connection and all of that. So yes, overall is that's what cheating does, is just the breaking connection, the emotional stress, and then what it does to family. And like I said, we can have 1,001 reasons why it's okay to do so. It's a man's fault, I can get away with it, and we can all point the fingers, but in the end it's damaging, and then it just takes away the purity and the joyness in which certain things, most especially the institution of marriage, was created for in the first place.
The second person on the streets that spoke about
I'm
she
surprised
not
to see our staff talking about love.
Passionately.
like, wow.
Did you hear Sele?
Where did they catch them from? So they are not at work, they are on the street. Let's finish the show.
So when Sele spoke about she not accepting any form of cheating whatsoever, be it boyfriend,
The word is I will not tolerate it.
I will not tolerate whatsoever form of cheating. You know, like I can really understand when she made that example with two pieces of paper gumming together. When you try to remove it, probably you might be able to pull it out, but you would find one paper on the other, another on the other, and you won't get it exactly the way it was before. So that goes a long way to show that once that is being done, whatever remedy they were able to bring about, nothing would go back to before. So why don't you just avoid it altogether? When you signed the contract, she said you knew the soup you wanted. If you were signing up for egusi, you knew that was what you would go for altogether. So whether you are tired of it or not, why don't you find ways that you can make it work better to spice up the marriage, you know, and all of that? Why would you want to go for other options that you did not sign up together? So if you know that you are getting married, you have to decide in your heart. She said it's a mindset. You have to agree that this is what I want to go into this marriage with, and don't give room for any form of cheating whatsoever. Even if the thought comes to you, it is fine. It comes to people generally, but you should be able to do away with it. I will not do this. I will not bring myself down to cheat on this person. If someone does that same thing to you, you would not like it, trust me. So you should not even be willing to do that to another person. Probably you would say, I'll come back eventually and say I am sorry. No, sorry is not enough. The best sorry you can give is to not even do it
Stella
at
is
all.
feeling like you didn't caption what she said well, so she added on the comment section. She said cheating. So I think she meant to say cheating for some people. Cheating for some people is like an addiction which started from a young age, and they will fail to apply self-control, and they fail to apply self-control, and now it is a part of them. We just have to be responsible and respect relationship.
You know, when I spoke about family traits, like probably you saw that your father or whoever was cheating. Probably, you know, when you were growing up, you saw that he kept doing it and he was getting away with it, and you feel, okay, it's okay for me to do it. Just like children that saw their father beating up their mom and all of that, when they grow up and get married, they feel like it is okay, I can beat her up and I can get away with it. So I feel the same goes away when men cheat. A lot of times that is what they kept seeing occurring time and time again, and they felt it is okay for them to do that, and they go on
You
to
see,
do
just
that.
drawing from Rachel's point of view, cheating of any kind like destroys the foundation of a relationship, which is trust and respect. There are a lot of partners out there that are being disrespected in the society because of what the cheating attitudes of their partners. And you see, cheating generally leads to prolonged pain and resentment, and that is why some people decide to even take the lives of their partners. Some people even decide to take their own lives because they think they are the reason why their partners or their husbands are actually cheating. So you see, cheating transcends beyond physical, it's also emotional. There are people that cheat emotionally. The attention, the care, the togetherness they give outside their partner, they don't give it to their own partner, and they also hide it from their partner. They deprive their partners of emotional attachment and connection. You just come to your partner when you just need the person physically. Hey, it's time, open up, and that's just all. Tomorrow you go out, you're either chatting with another lady and you say, but we didn't have anything to do with like, I didn't sleep with her, I didn't, but you're spending time conversing, talking, taking all your problem, confiding in that young lady outside. There's no excuse for promiscuity, jumping from one woman to another. There's actually no excuse. It just spells out lack of self-control. You own your body. You should be able to control your body. If you have agreed to go into a committed relationship with your partner, then stay committed. Like, there are sometimes we don't explore what we want to see in our partner. Oh, you just, no, this is not what I want. If you want your wife to dress in this way, make her dress in that way. Like, buy it for her. Tell her this is what I want. Sometimes you don't buy the things for her, but you look at it outside. You even find other ladies, like some ladies' lifestyle outside. Cheating can also be financially. You're always sending money out there to ladies, but you deprive your family of that. And because, my wife is disrespectful, so my family, my wife, my children have to suffer for that. So cheating of any kind is not good. Morally, spiritually, going by our faith is not acceptable. So there's no excuse. Oh, it's because my wife did not give me. It's because my wife did not do this. There's no excuse for that. It's a sin. So people should just stay clear of cheating. Stay and before God.
You know, so look, I would like you to comment about the other brother who said Joshua, who talked about culture, religion, and all that. I would just like to hear your take about what he said, because it's like both of them are on the same page with the first guy.
Yes. For him, he talked about people that are traditionalists in the nature, and he said those days is like those forefathers. There's nothing like cheating. But even then, I would say morals is highly practiced, because then those days you find out like people are just naked. But it's hardly you will hear any kind of promiscuity like then, because if you do that, you know what will happen there and then. There's this instant punishment. To the evil forest, something mysterious will happen, and so on and so forth. So if we are talking then and these things are being controlled, so what's the problem now? You ask this question again, and then you'll find out that they will tell you yes. In another way to avoid that, they will tell you, if you see a lady you want to add, there's no problem. You can marry as many as you want. Just bring her home. Just go to the right procedure. There's no problem. That's one. Then you find out somebody is having 100 wives, and then is cultivating the entire state, and that's how they tag him as a rich person. Dividing portions. And in fact, sometimes you find out the whole state. and in some cases,
he's even farming third roads. He's cultivating third roads.
Honestly, in some cases you find out the women will gather and have a meeting and said, no, the last one you brought, now she's 18 years in the house, or she's 10 years now. It's older than her. You need to bring another one. They will advise you to bring another one, so that they will share their portion of the land, so that she too should come and farm. And then they feel bringing a younger lady will keep you a little bit young, somehow, active, so how to say. That's their belief then. So if you look at how they control promiscuity then, and then you start asking what's happening. But with the Christianity now, like he rightly said, he mentioned the issue of a man cheating. It affects the family, the financial angle of it. Yes, and GM mentioned it, and he put it clear that before you do that, you have to calculate how much money are you going to set apart for you to achieve that 5-minute nonsense? You understand? And at the end of the
it's 5 minutes. No, we don't know the time. That's why we're asking.
I'm just
Is it
Like
5
gold.
minutes?
Okay.
Because, is it 5 minutes because they are rushing?
yeah. Looking at
You are
look
stealing
look
now.
at look. You are stealing. Looking
No,
at the
he's
stereo.
stealing.
Yes, yes.
The
The
person
person
is
is stealing
Yeah, not me.
because
You say you are stealing.
no, I said
Now
the
put it
person.
back to you are stealing.
No, the person. like the way you put it earlier, it's very like you will sit down and say, okay, how much am I going to spend? Where am I taking the person? Where are we going? You know, and then you even check the time, and then because of that, you are even calculating the time that you are to go out.
It's really expensive. It's irresponsible.
It is. Let me put it this: it is exhausting. It is exhausting, but yet is not a good thing. There is nothing you will do to justify that. There is nothing you will say or nothing someone will do to you. But I just feel, like Selet said, I think it starts from you being responsible and you being committed to whatever you agree you are going to set aside. So from the both side, I think we should not flock. Let's create balance for this. From the both side, if I'm looking at you with that eye of honor, then you should look at me with the eye of honor. If we are living in the same room, you said something, and I think people should take that. Sometimes we are quick to judge, and I believe that's the reason why the Bible talked about judge not. Because some certain things, you will say it when it doesn't happen to you or it didn't happen to you. But once it happened to you, see that your response to it change. So we should be careful. Because quickly, there's a story of a man, a pastor, who a young man was brought to him because he was, you understand, at the end of the day, he impregnated the woman. So, like the whole board, they are just criticizing the guy. They just want to scatter the guy, cut him to pieces. You understand? And he said, no, let's just hear from the lady what happened and the rest, whether it was a rape or it was a concert or what happened that leads to this. And at the end of the day, you understand, they said they should bring the lady. There and behold, the lady enter with the father because they want to hear from her. The board are there already. And when they saw the lady, the man of God said, young man, you have tried. He said, if I am the one, I know somehow I would have fallen. Because the lady is pretty. Yeah, he said the lady is pretty.
So he has justified why
So
the guy.
you understand?
Why the guy fell.
I believe the reason why he said that, he looked at what transpired before they called the lady. Because they were just, in fact, I think they have written him off to hellfire.
So they preferred that the lady was ugly so that their judgment would be right.
So you understand? But he was just trying to say, okay, yes, he has fallen. But yes, despite the fact he has fallen, the lady is beautiful. At least temptation. But we shouldn't criticize it. And he said, no, we shouldn't treat this boy like this. What do you want? And they said they want to stay together. And he said, that's what we want to hear. Before, you didn't even hear from the guy. They were thinking he would say he doesn't want the lady. Do you get? And at the end of the day, he said, see, look at how you criticize the boy and the rest. So, young man, you find a beautiful lady, but that's not the way to go. We wish it was the other way. We are coming to join you. But look at it this way. And at the end of the day, they prayed for the couple. They encouraged them. And they keep discipling them. And today, they are a wonderful couple out there. So
let's look at a few comments. Mary May Karfi. A man will always justify why they cheat. Or men, I think, but she wrote A. So it looks like amen there. But I think she was trying to say men will always justify why they cheat. In all we do, let's know that we have an account to give on the last day. And then we have another one. Welcome back. 2 days your station is not working. And then a faithful servant of Equa TV replied, so sorry about that, Auntie Blessing. We are upgrading some maintenance. We are undergoing some maintenance in the station, but we are very active online. And then, okay, thank you very much. I think she was happy with that response. And the same Mary said, My glasses are not here, so Oga guest, try and balance your points so everyone can be educated. Stop blaming women. Even Jesus said we are weaker vessels. Men should not take advantage of it. If it's me you are talking to, I'm sorry. And if he's solo, I'm sorry on his behalf. And we have Suchet Musa. Why do men cheat? With a question mark and an exclamation mark following. Suchet, I will deal with you in church. She's my church member. And then Dauda Salem. I was dating a girl. She later told me that I'm not matured enough to marry her. But she ended up dating a married man. So they later got married, and the way she is treating, but he said treating, I pity her. Now, the love we have for each other before has come back. She called me, I do call her too. And I'm married now. I'm a married man now. I don't know what to do to overcome this. Flee. Moses has finished the work. He said, strong matter. He said, strong matter, man. Okay, no. He's commenting on my sister Vivian said, men are polygamous in nature, hence making them change their behavior towards a woman they claim they love. When they see another woman they think is better than the one they already have. So I understand the point my dearest Joyce is trying to make. Oh, Joyce is your dearest. Oh, amazing.
Thank you, ma'am.
And then Moses just said, strong matter, ma. When you see comments like that, you have to be neutral with your comment. Oh, Professor Amaka of the Most High God. We love you, Prof, wherever you are. Please, no excuse, exclamation mark.
Yes, ma.
Yes, ma. They have heard, ma. She said everyone should take responsibility for their actions. Temptations will always be there, but we need to make up our minds to flee from all appearance of evil. Also, some promiscuous habits start when some people are young, and marriage would not stop it all. True, ma. Quite agree with you. And then I read Celeste's comment earlier, so let's not go back. And then someone said, look at Austin. He said, why people cheat is because they want to. And Suchet commented, Takurunkus. Amazing. Mizzy Adams said, person where they cheat, now because he want cheat, powerful one family. That's true. Oh, our very own Jerry Damina, cheating generally can be avoided. There is no gain at all. You end up becoming a big liar to your partner. Have you lied before, bro? I'm just joking. And then Lucas Austin again is saying why people cheat is because they want to. Said that again. And Mizzy Adam is back again saying sometimes we don't explore what we want to see in our partners. Valid point, Jakarta. Joyce, why are you stealing the show? Nobody has praised us. Isaac Samuel, is cheating part of Christians? I don't know what that means. Tempe, very interesting topic. Just joining from Bukuru Jos. These are not all the comments, but because it's live, we cannot scroll up to the earlier comments. But you can do well to go back.
Cheat? I think that's what he wants. Should Christian cheat?
Should Christians should not cheat. We don't. I have a lot of messages on my WhatsApp.
Christian,
I have seen a lot of this, but I can't read that. It's personal. It's personal. So I think the take home for people is that as much as this is not easy, you have to find means to block every chance. It appears to be something appealing when it is coming. Like the Bible says that there is a way that seemeth right. It's not right. It just looks right. But the end thereof is destruction. And you know what? I'm not saying if you have done it before, go to your wife and say, I've done it. Or go to your husband and say, I've done it. But I'm just saying, confess your sins one to another, the Bible says. But I'm just saying that you can go to God and ask for forgiveness. And every past of yours can be erased. And then you will start on a fresh new slate. And at the same time, just like people frown at the temptation of cheating and they hate it with every fiber in their being, you should hate lies too. They're also wrong. You should hate anything that is not right. You know, when you talk about lying, partners who lie, I think you came up with a topic one time about lying in relationship. When you have such opportunities to lie, if you lie, maybe you are the thing was out of control, you had to lie. Go back to the same person and tell them you told a lie. That's the only way you can stop. Joyce, yesterday when I was telling you that, sorry, that was a lie, I'm sorry. That's the only way you can stop it. But if you don't tell that you have lied, you will continue lying. And it will form part of you, and everybody that sees you knows that once your mouth is open. You know, there are people that they lie. When they greet you, you have to check time. To make sure they are telling the truth, so that you will not join in their lie. Hey, good morning, Joyce. Hey, morning, bro. Even though it's almost afternoon, but morning, bro. You know, you just have to check. Cheating is a deliberate act. There's no cheating by mistake. I was reading a story about a lady in Lagos that I think she was a house girl, and the wife that she cheated with, the man posted. So when they caught the girl and brought her before people, she said, we had accidentally had sex. I said accidentally.
Collided.
I think in my mind, I was thinking maybe she was mopping. It was a wet floor. And she was mopping naked. And the husband was coming out of the bathroom. And then she was trying to tell him, no. So the ground became a slippery slope. And then all of them collided unknowingly. And after colliding, they didn't stop. They continued colliding. What do you mean by I accidentally had sex? With the person that brought you to a house to be a house help. You intentionally did it. There is no cheating that is accident. Everything is intentional, because as the opportunity is presenting itself for you to do, there is another opportunity also presented for you to reject it.
True.
So everything is deliberate. Don't bring that this thing here. Even if you have done it before and you feel terrible about yourself, you can correct your ways. It's not too late. You can say that I don't want to remain in this act. I don't want to continue this way. And you have to stop. You know, every man that you have seen has cheated. If we are looking at the scripture, every man. And we dare every man who has not cheated to post it. Then we will respond and put it out there. Then we'll see if sisters will not respond. Because there are some comments where you see, you know that jingle bells ringing everywhere. But you see, it is God. You know, it is God that knows the thoughts and the intents of every man's heart. And he knows what you are thinking. He knows everything you have done. But it's God that keeps telling you, keep going, keep pushing. I am still with you. Look at David. Look at Solomon.
Where from again? Okay, sorry. Go on. Sorry now.
You see, that story of that man from governor,
Yes.
that went to impregnate Sidekick and the sister. I know the man. He's a gardener somewhere.
See this one. Not yet.
Jemima, what's your final take on the show? Let me bring the mic closer. I know you have something scriptural to say.
Avoid cheating. Flee from it.
How can you avoid something that comes to you?
Flee from it.
Okay, when it comes, you start running.
Avoid it as much as you can. And if it comes, flee from it.
Do you know that there are people that like the attention that they get from women or men?
Yes.
Some people, you are just being flirty with someone and they like the attention. That is the introduction.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
That's the introduction. When you notice that a conversation is getting out of regular, is leading somewhere. We all know these things, but if you continue, that is a point where You know instincts.
Yes,
Yeah.
instinct.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. They know. They know.
Okay,
Okay. Uncle Ima is watching.
It's really important.
You sleep in the general secretary's house today. Oga, forgive us on our show. That joke. Victor's looking for a close up. I was apologizing for 4 of us. He put only me in the shot.
Wow.
As a leader.
No accomplice.
I think, like you said, it's really important that you close every window that would lead to you cheating. Sometimes it can just start with a hi. So imagine a man always, I'm talking as a lady now, every morning send you message, afternoon, evening, send you how you doing video calls, calling you, send your account number, I want to take you out, and for example, you know, he's a married man, and you keep responding, you keep giving the opportunity, you keep saying I'm available. That's what you're saying. The message is I'm available, and it will eventually lead to the cheating. You've been helping in accomplishing that. So every window that will lead you to doing that, like Sele would say, identify the red flags and just stay clear.
I told someone, I said, please, I'm expecting your comment. He said, God forbid. I just remember I said, Tony, God forbid. And they said, okay. When Jay Garim Magan and Jay Kuskure, they kuputam baki. He said, God forbid. He's well.
Yeah,
He's well.
I feel like Professor Amaka said, there's no excuse, and I will take it on that. There's no excuse not to cheating. There's no excuse to sin. There's no excuse to sin. Please, sin is sin. It's just that because our society, they are finding a way to navigate and to paint a picture, and they will give you something different from what the Bible is giving. It's wrong, so that you just feel the whole thing is lighter. How would you say that the sin of sexual immorality is bigger than any other sin? That's what we get, even from Sunday school, and we grow with it. And that's why some people will see it that way. My brother, my sister, sin is sin. There is no excuse to sin, because Jesus have already created the path that we should follow. So that's just me.
I finally, because our time is really gone, I think that if you fall in that temptation, it is better and you'll be respected more when you confess it than when you hold it till it's exposed, till you are caught, or till they find out. You know, when people find out things like that, they wonder a lot of things. When you are the one that breaks the news, even if you say it's just once, even if it's 30 times, if you say it's just once, they will believe you. But when they bring it, they'll say, how long? Like you ask Imadas, how long have you been doing this? And they whatever you say will not hold water.
And in confessing, you have to be genuine about it, because some people will come in the name of reconciliation just to hear more, so that they will hold you. Yes. So you have to be genuine, because like you said earlier, when coming back, when things are not really okay, when you come back, it's sweeter. But when there is genuinity in it, but when there is not, it becomes more sour, because at the end of the day, you see the other person trying to dig in with hunting something that will tag you, and then emotionally keep maltreating you with it in the future, even if when you are genuine, you stop what you are doing. So I think these are some of the things that we should create balance.
The show is still yours. End it.
Well, when we fall, we rise up again. So that you found yourself in act of cheating does not mean that it is an end to your life. Jesus is still available and accessible. Just confess your sin, return to him. He's going to help you. And if you have a partner that is struggling with this and has taken responsibility, you can uphold his or her hand in prayer. It's not an opportunity for you to use it against the person and then keep insulting, rendering abuse when opportunity presents itself. But you should uphold the person in prayer. Life's journey is full of challenges, ups and downs, but when we hold on to God and trust in him, he will definitely see us through. The world should not set standards for us, but let our standards be based on the scripture and what God expects of us. Thank you so much for joining us to do this today. Until we come your way tomorrow with another beautiful package, we want to say a very big thank you to Equa Executive for giving us this platform to reach out to people out there. Also want to thank Equa, our supporters out there. Thank you so much for supporting Equa Television International. Thank you to my co-presenters, Engineer Tony,
Yeah.
Jamima Sambo Solomon. Thank you to all the people behind the camera, Hassan Danjuma. Thank you, Mata Isa. Thank you, Victor Bande. Thank you so much, Zita, Moses, and Jeff, as
Please
well as
thank
Desmond.
our master crew people.
Thank you, Master Control. Thank you, Yila Samuel Paul. Thank you so much, Linda. Thank you, Jerry
It's
Damina.
Ladidi.
Okay, Ladidi, thank you. Thank you very much, Ladidi Philip.
And my mama, Margaret.
Oh, Margaret, thank you so much for doing this with us, and to all our viewers, all those that commented and followed throughout. Really appreciate you, and we hope that you have a take home there. Say no to cheating. Until we come your way tomorrow, same time. Bye.